Well, we just saw 22 Jump Street, and the way this show works is we will tell you quickly whether we like the movie or not. Completely spoiler-free, kind of give you a initial thought impression of what we thought of the movie. If it sounds like something you want to go see, you can stop the video at that point and go check out the movie without getting anything spoiled. Otherwise, you can keep watching and we'll go into more detail about what we liked, what we didn't like, and definitely talk about spoiler stuff. So if you have already seen the movie, go ahead and watch the whole video. So sequels to comedy movies, successful comedy movies, they tend to go into one of two categories. They either kind of try to do the same thing over again and really fail and don't get it quite right, or they kind of spin off in a different direction and it doesn't really work. This one, I think, is kind of a bit of both. It's very self-aware of it being a sequel, of it, of people, and that's kind of one of the jokes of the first one was that, you know, they were kind of winking through the fourth wall that, hey, we know we're a stupid adaptation of a television show kind of thing. There's part of this movie that I felt was kind of slow and boring for me as a viewer, just because they rehashed some of the conflict that they had with their relationship in the first one. And there were some good jokes in there, but I just kept waiting for them to get past that and get back into buddy mode. I like watching two buddies up against the world instead of two guys kind of fighting each other. So that's just me. But otherwise, I really liked it. It doesn't live up to the first one, but it's still a solid R-rated comedy. I enjoyed it. What'd you guys think?
I thought it was a solid comedy as well. I didn't enjoy it as much as I did the first one, that's for sure. And I think you have a good point. I think the reason why is because they still brought up that conflict that they had in the first movie. And so, the buddy thing wasn't there the whole entire time and everything. And they have a good chemistry, especially when they do that buddy thing. And I think that would have really helped.
Yeah. What about you?
I didn't see the first one, but I did see there was a lot of insider jokes referring to it in this, and I did like how it was very self-aware and kind of made fun of the fact that it was a sequel. So for me, it was paced well. It was good, fun entertainment. Nothing out of the ordinary. I wouldn't say it was an outstanding comedy. There wasn't any real standout moments. It was just well paced all the way through, I guess. So yeah, enjoyable.
So that's a quick version. I would say if you like the first one, you'll probably like this. It's a good R-rated comedy. It's not a disappointment. It's not a letdown. It's nowhere near something like A Million Ways to Die in the West, where everything's funny in the trailer and all of that. So anyway, if you want to go see it, please don't let us ruin it for you. Go check it out and come back and watch the rest of our video, and we'll talk more about the details and potentially talk about spoilers or get into some of the jokes. So to get into that section, there was some really good subtle humor in here that it's interesting. Like some of it, I noticed, and it was so subtle that I bet 90% of the audience didn't catch some of the stuff. Like there was a part where they were chasing. When they were in that little helmet car and their chase went across the screen, and in the background was a building that said the Benjamin Hill School of Art and whatever, and then they went directly back the other direction and the music changed a little bit. It's a Benny Hill reference.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No.
Yeah, the music almost went there too.
The music kind of went in that yakety sax. So that was cool. I liked the twist of the girl that Jonah Hill hooks up with being Ice Cube's daughter.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that coming at all.
I didn't either.
Completely didn't see that coming.
And that was really funny. And was that
awkward?
And so he shows up, and not only is Ice Cube the dad, but they reveal her mom is Queen Latifah.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So that was pretty funny. But
Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah, that was a good.
that was a great
hilarious.
joke.
That was hilarious. That was good. Yeah.
Yeah. They ask her where she's from, and she says, "I'm straight outta Compton." He's from Ridgeview.
Yeah, that was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, there was good stuff in there.
The end credits are pretty awesome.
Yes.
The end credits are really, really good.
Yeah,
Really,
it's kind of like a
that was
parody.
fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
parodying what they could do for any future sequels, all the way up to the 40s.
They,
Right,
yeah, they
yeah,
kind of like
it's
the
hilarious.
40 Jump Street.
We're sending you to
41
beauty
Jump Street.
school.
It was like 21 or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that was hilarious. Some
They had
good
one where
credits.
like it looked like Jonah Hill didn't like sign on, like he
right,
skipped
like he had
one,
a contract dispute or
And s-
something like that.
and so it changed, and so Seth
Seth
Rogen
Rogen.
showed up and took over for him.
yeah, that was hilarious.
That sequence was funny.
That was
Yeah,
good.
I felt like as soon as they got past the stupid conflict between the two of them, it became fun again.
Like when they went to spring break, or
Well, as soon as they got to spring break, I felt like it got.
Good.
It opened up.
It was a fun movie again.
yeah.
I really didn't like.
it definitely the pace picked up. Definitely,
Yeah.
which was part of the whole plot of it picking up. But still, yeah.
Like the emotional, like I don't know, I don't like laughing at Jonah Hill being sad like that.
Oh yeah,
That doesn't really make me laugh. It's not funny to me. And to completely ruin another movie, but if you haven't seen it by now, you're probably not going to. That there was an Ice Cube movie that came out, Ice Cube and Kevin Hart, earlier this year.
that buddy cop or that cop movie when he was the cop and Kevin Hart wanted to be.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
I can't remember the name of it either.
Yeah.
But that suffers from the same problem where, like you just said, it's a buddy cop movie, and it's really not.
You're
Like
right.
the first 2/3 of it, you're wanting them to be
to be
buddies,
but they are not.
and be
Yeah.
up against the bad guys, and they're not. And buddy cop movies are funny because it's two guys like
Against
incompetently
Right.
trying to take on something.
So everybody cop movie has to get the "we're too old for this shit" line in there, right?
Oh yeah,
Lethal Weapon.
just about every movie gets
Or
that.
was that even the first? Like I always think of Lethal Weapon with Danny Glover saying that.
That was the
That was
first.
the original, yeah.
That was like his phrase.
Yeah.
And that was he was saying that in the first movie, and they made 4. So
Yeah, right.
he was always like 2 days from retirement.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Just that joke over and over again.
Well, I liked it. I mean, I thought it was really funny. I think I agree with everything you said. I like the fact. I mean, I knew that Queen Latifah was going to play the wife, so
Okay.
I knew that already. I thought she was going to have a bigger part for whatever
Yeah.
reason, so I was just like, wah, wah. The joke that she got in was hilarious. Mm-hmm. And I completely did not see Ice Cube's daughter. I mean, I didn't see that twist at all.
That it was his
yeah,
daughter.
I had
Yeah.
no idea. And for a second, I thought that she might be in on the whole entire drug thing.
drug-
for a sec-
drug ring,
uh-huh.
yeah.
So,
I actually liked that it ended up being the other girl.
yeah, definitely, because I wasn't
Mercedes,
expecting
I think
it.
was her name. Yeah, she's the girl in the trailer that like has a fist fight with Jonah Hill, and she's great. She was really funny in it too.
Yeah, and that fist fight was hilarious.
Yeah, that
I
was.
did. Like, I
That was
enjoyed
good.
that. That was really good. Mhm.
Like all
That
the
was
jokes
really
from the
funny.
trailer are in there, but they're not. They're funny, but they're not the only funny parts of
thing.
it.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I would say it keeps up the pace of the trailer. The trailer's pretty representative of the movie. It's not like a whole bunch of downtime in between trailer moments like
Yeah.
Million Ways to Die in the West.
Yeah.
Like, this was pretty much, if you like the trailer, you're definitely like the movie.
Yeah. I did. I can't remember the first one, but I did enjoy the first one more.
Yeah.
I know I felt like I was laughing more, and I think I just came in like wanting to just kind of belly laugh, and I did have a couple of belly laughs, but I kind of
Yeah.
wanted to belly laugh through the whole entire thing.
Yeah.
So,
And I keep coming back to the same complaint, but I think it's valid. I think it's that in the first one, they're sort of, they're kind of wannabe cops. They're like the park patrol, and they're
right,
on
exactly.
bicycles and all of that kind of stuff. And they really want to be bigger and better. And the conflict between the two of them only rears up like in the second act, where one of them becomes kind of popular at high school and the other one doesn't. And that kind of drives a wedge between them, and they end up getting back together, and that's how they resolve the movie. This one, they just kind of start out right from that spot, and it seems to take till they get to spring break for them to figure out,
like 3/4 of the movie.
yeah, we should. And so
We should be back together.
that plot does drag things down. it ends up making it's a way to justify not having them on screen together as much. So you have, from a storytelling perspective, you have the ability to tell more of a story that's not centered around just those two guys. So they can have a story that just follows Channing Tatum's character for a while and one that just follows Jonah Hill's character for a while, which probably made the shooting a bit faster and made, some of the...
It was really funny, I don't know his real name, Ron Swanson.
Nick Offerman?
Yeah. Basically, like, paralleling what the actual film is doing.
Yeah.
And, saying basically, no one wants to see that, we'll just do the same thing again.
Well, and they had jokes like that in the first movie, too, where they were talking about how, no one can think of an original idea anymore, so we're just going to rehash this stupid program we used to run back in the 80s.
And they're talking about making a
Jump
film,
Street.
basically.
Yeah. And it's a tongue-in-cheek version of that. John Benjamin shows up, which not a lot of people know what he looks like, but John Benjamin's a guy that plays Archer. He wasn't really short-lived, but very funny series called John Benjamin Has a Van on Comedy Central, which is kind of the sketch comedy show, and he's on like Dr. Katz and stuff like that. But yeah, it's one of those, like, we could sit here and try and remember all the funny.
The funniest thing to me, one of the fun was when Channing Tatum's character found out that Jonah Hill's character slept with the daughter, and his reaction, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Rubbing it in.
Yes. Oh my God.
He's just like dancing around.
I think that might be my favorite part, actually.
That was really funny.
Mm-hmm, yeah, that was really funny.
And then getting tased in the balls.
Yeah.
Right after it.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Well, like mid-scene, and they did it so fast that at first it was like it was just an Ice Cube's head, but then you see him like with the ice on his crotch. Yeah,
that was funny. But yeah, I mean, I would recommend it, and I think definitely if you like the first one, you'll like this one. It's not as good as the first one, but it's still enjoyable.
I like that Ice Cube was in more of this than the first one.
Yeah.
That he actually got to do some action scenes.
Mm-hmm. And yeah,
all good
that was
stuff.
good. Yeah.
They pulled him out some more. And I get the impression from the way they did the end credits segments, like that joke of the end credits of like how they would just keep ratcheting up the insanity, that they probably won't do another one.
Right, yeah.
That they'll probably be like, this is as much as we can do.
Right.
Like, we can't write a third one of these and have it, be as good or be up to quality of what people would want to see.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
That was a good way to temper expectations, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's a good way to get in that last dig. And then not do like a stupid... Because the first one had the cliffhanger is you guys are going to college.
Uh-huh.
And that was how it ended.
Right.
And so they had... This was the resolution of that cliffhanger. But with this one, they didn't do a cliffhanger. They just... Well, they started to. And the credits start, and then they start showing you all of those... Like, they go to medical schools, 23 Jump Street. And
yeah, it just goes on and on. Like, culinary school.
Yeah.
Beauty school.
Scuba school.
Dance school. Scuba school. They study abroad.
Same formula, though.
Right, yeah, exact same formula. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even Bill Hader's got a cameo in there.
A little cameo in there.
Yeah,
right,
Bill Hader's in one.
Yeah. He was in
Chef's
the culinary one.
Culinary, yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly, yeah. So.
Knife to the heart.
And I love that they had Seth Rogen comes in and they make the joke that, no, I look totally the same. I'm exactly the same guy. And then it switches back to Jonah Hill and he's like, what do you mean contract dispute? I was always here.
Right, yeah.
It's
Those
awesome.
were funny, yeah. Some of the best end credits I've seen.
Yeah.
That or thought out and made sense too.
Yeah. They were worth sticking around for.
Exactly.
Cool.
So.
Last 22 Jump Street. Go see it. Check it out. Hope you enjoyed our review. Check out all the rest of our reviews up here. We go and see everything. And also check out the written and video reviews. We've got them all over at dalemaxfield.com. Thanks for watching.